Hi, and welcome to Front Row Review. I am David Graves.
I am Becky Graves.
I am Vince Maniaci.
I am Karen Maniaci.
The month of October, we have been doing all horror films all month, and so this comes down to our last week and our last review for the month, and it could not be any better than Trick or Treat.
Trick or treat. Smell my feet. Give me something good to eat.
So I actually got the Blu-ray version of Trick or Treat.
And we didn't, because we don't have a Blu-ray player.
So I will discuss the extras later on what's the difference between the Blu-ray and the regular one. But for now, I want to talk about this movie. And once again, I waited about 3 years to see this movie. Me and Becky, we were at the theater like 3 years ago, and we seen the trailer for this in front of something else. And I'm like, man, that looks great. And then I forgot about it for about a year or so. And then it started coming up again that it was going to be released last year around Halloween, and it never came out again. And then, so this year, finally, I didn't think it was ever going to get released, but here it is. It finally came out, and I figured as long as I've been waiting for it, I might as well get it on Blu-ray. So that's the main reason I got it on Blu-ray.
And so you didn't get it for the fact that it stars Sookie.
This is what you call a horror anthology, like Creepshow, or like Tales from the Crypt movie, or I guess you could even put in Tales from the Crypt on there as well.
That's what you just said.
Tales from the Dark Side.
And I can say that without question, I loved this movie. I absolutely 100%, 1,000,000% loved Trick or Treat.
That's a lot of percent.
Yeah, it is.
What was great about it was that it wasn't just one story, then another story, and then another story. He intertwined all these stories so they kind of, you know, while one story's going on, the other story's happening maybe at the same time, and you can see characters from one story that's going on in the other story, and it's just awesome. I love the way he did it.
Well, first of all, I like films like this, and Creepshow was like one of my all-time favorites.
But we're not doing Creepshow.
And no, we're not reviewing Creepshow, but it was done in similar fashion toward Creepshow.
I like Trick or Treat more than I like Creepshow.
It's done similar to Creepshow, and I really loved Creepshow, and I have to say I really liked this film as well. I mean, I liked the way they did it. I thought it was interesting, intertwining characters, like you said. You know, you see one story starting, and in the background you actually see the characters from the last story. The only problem I had with it, though, it did jump back quite a bit. I mean, it was like, this is what happened earlier, then this is what happened even still earlier, and then even earlier than that, and then before that.
Now, see, that's what I loved. That's what I absolutely loved about it. I didn't have no problem with that. I thought it was so awesome, and how difficult would that have been, you know, to film something like that. I loved that part of the movie. That was one of my favorite parts of it.
In a way, it kind of kept jumping, so it was. I was kind of like, well, what the heck?
Look, you can think what you like about it, but Dave loved it.
I loved it.
I liked the movie. It was a good movie. I liked the movie.
I enjoyed this movie. I don't know if I liked it 10, 100,000 million % times as much as Dave did. Percent. But I thought it was good. I did enjoy the way that all the stories intertwine with each other, and it's definitely something that makes it to where you could enjoy it even more going back and rewatching it again, because you'll notice things that you didn't see the first time through, because when you initially start to watch it, you don't realize that that's going to happen until now, because we just told you.
Wait, I gotta say this.
Hang on!
That's one thing I want to say about this, is you have to watch this movie twice to really like it as much probably as I did, because there's so much stuff going on in this, and you don't realize it when you're watching it, because you're watching it for the first time. You go back and watch it for the second time, you will realize how great a movie this is.
I think what Dave's trying to say is it has layers.
It has many layers.
It's like an onion. It's like a blooming onion.
It's like a layered cake.
It's like a soft golden cake that has cream on the inside.
Do not dismantle Halloween before Halloween's over with. Do not blow out your pumpkins before it's time to blow them out.
Yeah. Don't take down all your Halloween crap outside.
And you better believe in Halloween.
See, that's one of the other things I was going to say about this. It actually takes place on Halloween, unlike, you know, a lot of these other movies, like Rob Zombie's Halloween, maybe.
Well, we don't know when that took place because all we know is that I don't know. It's just worthless.
But yeah, that's one of the other things I liked about this so much is it was really deep in Halloween. It was really deep in Halloween tradition, and it was really cool to have all the jack-o'-lanterns out and all the Halloween, you know, props and stuff that, you know, the neighborhoods used to look like when we were kids walking around, and I really liked that. It was really deep, like I said, in Halloween tradition, and I thought it was great they put all that in there.
And it's definitely a great movie to watch in October to get you hyped up and pumped up and ready for Halloween.
Well, what it made me too, is because when I was a child, people really got into Halloween more back then, and you saw all that lit up. Nowadays, not many people get into Halloween. Not many people decorate anymore either.
Not like this.
People need to decorate like this. Watch the movie and light up them jack-o'-lanterns.
Yeah.
That's why I enjoyed it so much, because it was a traditional Halloween movie. It was really traditional, and every story in this I loved. Every single, you know, chapter of this, I loved every single one of the stories. There's not really one I could pick out that I liked more than another, because I liked every single one just as much. Okay, so to see the final review for Trick or Treat, and to see all the extras on the Blu-ray disc and the regular disc, go to Part 2.
It's almost time, kids. The clock is ticking.